Today's episode is brought to you by the Be Real Podcasting Network. For more episodes like this, check out BREELnetwork.com.
Welcome back to For Your Distraction.
Welcome
back. Look, my mind's flooded trying to open this damn
Welcome
bottle.
back. You want to try that again?
Welcome back to For Your Distractions. I am your host, Adam, and sitting across from me is Scott. How are we doing, Scott?
Okay. Not bad, I guess. Better.
Better?
Better.
Better?
Not good, but better.
Not good, but better?
Not good,
Please
but
don't tell
better.
me nothing else happened since the last episode.
No, I don't think so. Well, not really.
You had to
but,
think about it for a second.
Yeah. Oh, something did happen.
Bad news?
One of us celebrated a birthday.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I did.
Happy birthday!
Yes, I didn't actually celebrate it, but it happened. The day occurred, and yeah.
How old are we now?
It was really weird.
You forgot.
No,
You forgot how old you are.
No, I know now, but I did forget the day of when somebody asked me, like, oh yeah, my boss, he asked me, like, how old are you now today? And I was thinking about it. I was like, 20.
You're still in the
20s.
You're 29? Okay, you're almost out of the 20s.
I've decided, starting at 30, and for the rest of my life, every 5 years, I'm going to throw a basher. I'm going to throw a banger. I have to.
So next year,
That's the idea. I'm
it's
going to
an
try
absolute turn-out banger.
I'm going to try to throw a banger. That's the idea. Try. I think so. You should do it. Live life every 5 years. Maybe don't throw a banger every year because then it becomes like, old news. But, throw it every 5 years. Be like, it's banger time.
So every 5 years is a banger year.
Mm-hmm.
Every 4 years is a leap year. Every 5 years is a banger year.
Yeah. Exactly.
So hookers, cocaine. What do you have on tap for 30?
I mean, nothing's out of the question.
Hey, so something else is interesting. I didn't bring the beer of the show.
No,
You did.
beer of the show is me, sir. I brought the beer of the show.
This is a surprise. I'm usually the one who goes out and finds the beer of the show, but you completely pulled the wool over my eyes, and you brought the beer of the show.
Well, I was out and about today, trying to gather supplies for a event that we're going to be going to tomorrow that we're going to talk about a little bit later. But I saw this. I stopped at our local Giant Eagle.
John Eagle.
Giant Eagle. I went to the M&M beer. I didn't really find anything that I really wanted there.
You have to buy it in the case there. So
Yeah, but like I just stopped because I stopped there anyway, and I was looking around anyway. But
the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, for those of you listening from other states, and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania is really weird. You can't buy beer from gas stations and grocery stores like most states. Now,
Some you can now.
Some have special licenses to sell them, and they have to have like a restaurant seating area, and they have like a restaurant licensing. But we have what are we call them beer distributors, and you go to a beer distributor to get your beer. Some of them are drive-through and they're great, but you have to buy it by the case. So if you want to buy a 6-pack or a 12-pack, you're shit out of luck. So you got to buy it by the case. So you were able to find one of these rare grocery stores that happens to have a restaurant license.
Yeah.
So they sell beer by the 6-pack.
there's a little cafe area.
Right.
You can go sit down, crack your beers open there, drink them there.
True.
While you're there,
I've done it.
Can
I've
you
done
really,
it.
Can you actually drink your beers?
You've never gone to John Eagle?
Not to sit down and do anything. The only thing I ever go to Giant Eagle for, I went to go buy sauce one time, and I went to go buy beer, and that's all I go there for because it's expensive as hell. I go to Aldi, man. I go to Aldi for the groceries.
Gotta love Aldi. So one time I had an important meeting. As we've talked about on the show before, I am a member of the Mercer County Young Democrats. And this is shortly after November 2016, when Donald Trump was elected president.
Woot woot.
The people that be in the Mercer County area, the chairman of the Democrat committee, the chairman of the Women Democrat of Mercer County, a couple other people, big shots. And I got invited to this meeting, and it was at Panera Bread, Adam. And it was our Panera sits across the street from our Giant Eagle.
Yes.
So I go to this meeting, and I'm sitting down, and everybody's just bitching, griping. We were there for hours. Like, nobody knew what the fucking to do.
Side note, real quick, that's how you know we're from Pennsylvania. We didn't call it Eagle, we called it Eagle.
Yeah. So, at any rate, the store's closing. Panera's closing. Everybody's like, oh, great, where do we go? So yours truly says, well, Giant Eagle across the street's open 24. They have a little cafe, we can go there.
Are they 24/7?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know they were open 24 hours.
So, well, the beer's not. You can only stop serving the beer at 2:30 in the morning. But our meeting didn't last till 2:30 in the morning. Anyway, so everybody's like, yeah, whatever, it's right there. We'll just go over there. So we went over there, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm drinking for this. So I was the only one. I bought beer, but then a couple other people took note from me, and they went and got beer. And everybody needed to drink at this meeting, and it would have made people a lot happier. So that was the one and only time that I went to a grocery store to drink beer. Fun fact.
So do you think maybe they let you drink beer just because you were just a big group that came over there and stuff like that, or are you actually allowed to do it?
You're allowed to do it,
Okay.
dude. Yeah.
Okay.
I walk
It
in
seems
there.
weird though to like go in and crack open a case of beer that you buy there. And
It
it's
is.
like, hey.
It is basically a restaurant. I mean, we know it's not, but they have food, and there's like a little fence that separates it from the main part of the restaurant. It is its separate restaurant. I've walked in there to buy beer before, and there's like old men sitting there drinking Miller Lite in the middle of the day. So it's like a thing. It's not weird. But anyway, I digress. Yeah. You tell us about the beer.
The beer of the show is the Nut Brown Ale, Samuel Smith's Nut Brown Ale from merry old England, apparently.
Oh, across the pond.
Across the pond.
Top of the morning.
Says brewed.
Wait, that's Irish, right?
Yes, that's Irish.
They're all British, right? Wait.
They're all part. Well, are they all part? Yeah, they're all
Damn
part of
it,
the British
I always
Isles.
screw this up.
They're all part of the
Ireland
country.
is an island, though.
But they're all part of the same.
Scotland is part of it.
That's right. Scotland is.
Scotland, Wales.
Well, what's the difference
And
between
England.
Ireland and Scotland, really?
I mean, to us ignorant Americans, probably not much.
And that's
but
all
if you
that
said it to
matters.
an Irishman or a Scotsman, they'd probably kick you right in the balls for saying that. But I don't. There's the United Kingdom and there's Great Britain. One is one and one is the other. I always fucking forget which one's which. Because Ireland has Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland. And one's part of it, one's not. You listen to U2, the Joshua Tree. They tell you all about it.
It says it's brewed at the Old Brewery Tadcaster. I can't read that because it's written in weird English cursive or some shit like that. So, but yeah, it's apparently, I read the back of it. It says brewed at Samuel Small traditional British brewery with well water. Apparently the original well sunk though in 1758, so they don't use that. But apparently they brew it with whale
water?
No, well water. Well.
Well.
You know, WELL.
Water from Wales, which
water
is
from
part
Wales.
of the kingdom, if you will. Have your tits out, have your tits out, have your tits out for the lads. All right, let's drink it. That was an old British little sea chanty there.
It sounded like it, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? You go first. I brought the beer. You go first.
I fucking will. You know what? This beer, it makes me want to get into like a bar fight. It makes me want to kick somebody from Liverpool's ass for talking shit on Man U, the greatest team in all the
How
land.
many people want to kick some ass?
That's what I want to do. It's good. I've had some nut brown ales before. There's one from Virginia I've had. The name escapes me, but it definitely this is the quintessential English ale for me. It is nothing screams British like Sam Smith's nut brown ale. Excuse me, Samuel Smith.
Yeah, Samuel Smith.
Sam Smith is the singer. I think he's British too. He sings that song.
Which
you
song?
said something, but you don't really know what you've done. Is that Sam Smith? Come on, you uncultured swine.
What do I know?
Well, I think that's Sam Smith, and this is his beer. And I like it a lot. I like it very much. So much so that I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5.
Holy shit, I picked a winner.
I like it.
I picked a winner
I like
then
it.
this time.
It's got some earthy tones. It's kind of see, I'm drinking from the bottle. I'm being a rookie. You poured into a pint. It's definitely got a
It's almost like a
caramel color to
ambered
it.
caramel color almost.
Correct, yeah. Quite good.
It's a little
It's brilliant.
It's a little light bodied. It's not too heavy. I don't think it doesn't sit at the bottom of my stomach, but it kind of gets the blood flowing a little bit. Like I'm excited. I want to do something. Like fuck this show. Let's turn the shit off. Let's go do something.
Dude, I want to fucking go to Hogwarts. like I want to be sitting at the the Leaky Cauldron. That's what it was. I want to be at the Leaky Cauldron drinking one of these. Yeah,
it's
man.
a good beer. It's a good beer.
I do.
It's definitely a good beer. I like it. I highly recommend it.
It's a highly recommend.
This is a top tier beer in my opinion. This is like you could drink this casually. Drink this, at a party or something. Bring it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
bring it to the Super Bowl, man. I mean, as of right now, we might as well get into this. Like I said, highly recommend. That is the Samuel Smith's Nut Brown Ale.
We did save their ass in World War II.
Yes, well, we did. Okay,
and we kicked their ass in the Revolutionary War.
It's like
so the least they can do is send us some good beer.
Do you ever watch Robot Chicken?
Yes.
So there's this one skit they did early on, like the first couple seasons of Robot Chicken, where it was Little Hitler, and it was basically all the countries represented in like this classroom with these little kids, and there was Little Hitler.
I want little Polish kids desk.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah, and it's like. And America's represented by this cool kid in like his leather jacket, sunglasses, slick back, almost like a greaser. He's just sitting there, feet up on desk, like, not my problem.
The Japanese kid knocks his drink over. Yeah. I'm coming for you, Germany.
He's like, he's basically like, as soon as he knocks a drink down, he's like, yep, now my problem. And that's when shit goes down. It's kind of like that. That's what World War II is like.
The Simpsons. There was also a Simpsons. It was one of the future ones where Lisa... Like, I don't remember if she gets married or she's dating a British guy. And she brings him back to Springfield. And she takes him to Moe's Tavern. And, of course, Moe's still tending bar. And he speaks, and he's British. And he goes, oh, a Brit, huh? We saved your ass in World War II. And he goes, yes, but we saved your ass in World War III. He goes, oh, yeah, you did. so, yeah, good beer.
Good beer. Thank you, old Brits, you old British bastards. So we brought it up. Super Bowl. Super Bowl's coming up. By the time you're listening to the show, the Super Bowl will be over, and we will know who the winner is.
We are filming this on Super Bowl Sunday Eve. Super Bowl Saturday.
Super Bowl Saturday, yes. You said Sunday, and it got me confused. Super Bowl Sunday Eve. You are correct, sir.
Yes.
It's Saturday night, as our usual recording time. And I'm not going to have this up before the Super Bowl. There's no way in hell it's going to happen. You and we are going to a party.
We're going to get drunk and not be able to put it up in time. So when you listen to this, you'll know who won.
Yeah, it'll be like, it might be Monday. It might be Tuesday. I don't know. You'll know. You know right now. What day is it? Say it out loud. But no, we're going to a Super Bowl party. Whose party are we going to, Scott?
Our old pal, Peter Michael Deloney, who's friend of the show, been on the show.
He's throwing a bash.
Big banger. So if you listen to this, come on over.
Yeah, throwing a bash. That's what I was doing. I was going up buying, looking around buying supplies. I got a case of beer. I got a little housewarming gift for Deloney. I got one of those big subs that are like 4 feet long. What are they called?
A hoagie?
Is that what they're called?
A grinder?
Is that what it's called? A grinder?
A submarine?
So all those names are correct.
I think it's a regional thing, yeah.
So all those names are correct. Because
a belly buster?
Because I was thinking because I was going to text, because Deloney texted me like, okay, final count, who's bringing what for the Super Bowl, blah, blah, blah. And I was going to say, I'll bring a grinder. And I was going to say, I'm going to get a lot of gay jokes from that, because there is the app Grinder, so.
I don't
judge.
I don't know what to call it.
So I don't know what to call it. I wasn't sure. So I went to old Walmart. Old Walmart, and I went up there and I was like,
always.
Yes, and I went up there and I went up to the deli and I'm like, I don't know what it's called. I want to order one of those big ass sandwiches. And she was like, for the Super Bowl? I was like, yeah. I was like, all right. And she grabbed the paper.
She was like, how big? So you whipped out your cock and like, this big, bitch.
We don't have bread that small, sir. No, are you excited for the Super Bowl? You excited?
I'm not excited for the Super Bowl.
Well, you know why you're not excited, because who's not playing?
So, all right. Adam, do you know who's playing in the Super Bowl?
I do.
Who's playing in the Super Bowl?
Patriots and the Eagles.
Where are they from?
One's from Philadelphia. The other one is from New England.
New England, right.
I know some stuff.
I'm proud of you.
I know some
I'm trying
stuff.
to prep you for the big game. I'm trying to. We'll get a little rookie league going on here.
You know why I remember where Patriots are from? Because they were very prominent in Family Guy.
Oh, yes.
There was a bunch of episodes with New England Patriots, so I know them.
And Peter got traded to the London Silly Nannies.
Yes, he did.
That was Shapoopy, wasn't it?
Shaboopy.
Shaboopy. That's one of my favorite episodes. That's
Yes.
the Shapoopy episode. Yeah. Oh, man. Not a
But,
huge Family Guy, but that one's good.
But I know the Eagles are from Philadelphia because there's a podcast I listen to called Hollywood Babylon. Kevin Smith and a co-host of his who used to be
Ralph Garman?
Yes, Ralph Garman. He used to be big in the East Coast on this one radio station. Not David Jimmy. That's can't remember what the fuck they're called. I don't know. Either way, he's no longer a part of that show.
Well, you blew that.
He's no longer part of that show. Doesn't matter. Fuck him. Ralph Garman was the golden jewel on that show. So he's no longer part of that show, and he does a podcast called Hollywood Babylon. And apparently he's from Philadelphia, and he was talking about the Eagles stuff and how excited he was for the Super Bowl because he's originally from Philly. So that's how I remember the Eagles are from.
Fair enough. So I'm not looking forward to this Super Bowl because everybody who listens to the show knows I am a huge, enormous Pittsburgh Steeler fan. I'm more of a Steeler fan than I am an NFL fan. I feel like if the Steelers were to leave the league, I wouldn't watch football anymore. Like, that sounds hard. Yeah.
It's weird.
I know it is, but I am just diehard Steelers, and everybody else can suck my dick.
Go get a CAT scan or something. That's kind of weird.
But no, it's an affliction in this area. A lot of us have it. So let me tell you why I'm not looking forward to this Super Bowl. This is probably the worst Super Bowl for me. Like a handful of years ago, the Baltimore Ravens and the San Francisco 49ers played each other in the Super Bowl, and I hate both of those teams. If the 49ers won, they were going to tie. The Steelers have the record, as you know, right? At the moment we're recording this, the Steelers have won more Super Bowls than any other team in the league. The 49ers are one behind us. If they would have won, they would have tied us. I didn't want them to tie us. But the other team playing was the Baltimore Ravens, our hated rival. They're in our division. They beat us in the playoffs that year to go to the Super Bowl. I was just hated that Super Bowl. I thought that was going to be the worst Super Bowl ever. The Ravens ended up winning. And
so what's the count for the Ravens then?
The Ravens have won 2 Super Bowls.
Okay.
They've won 2. So they got a long way to go before they catch the Steelers. Steelers have 6. There's a couple teams with 5, Adam. Dallas Cowboys have won 5. The 49ers have won 5. And the New England Patriots have won 5.
So they're like right
So
there.
this is what I'm getting to. I hate this Super Bowl even more than the one I was just talking about because I hate these two teams so much. The Patriots have won 5 Super Bowls. If they win tomorrow, they will tie my Steelers for the most Super Bowls ever. Not only that, since Tom Brady has become the quarterback of the New England Patriots, they always fucking beat my Steelers. They always do. And not only that, they've been caught cheating. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. So they are a bunch of fucking cheaters.
Harsh words.
No, it's not my word. You can ask anybody. The New England Patriots have been caught cheating. It's not like, oh, I'm just speculating that they're cheaters. They literally have been caught cheating. So, I hate them. The Philadelphia Eagles, I hate them also. Just because yes, they're in our state, but they're in the dirty side of the state. They're over there in the East, and the Eagles suck. And the Eagles have never won a Super Bowl. And I throw it in the face of Eagles, because there's quite a few Eagles fans I know and I'm friends with. And their sports in general sucks. I mean, the Philadelphia Phillies, their baseball team, they won a World Series in the mid-2000s. But before that, the Eagles have never won a Super Bowl. The Flyers, who I hate, me being a Penguins fan, they haven't won a Stanley Cup since 1975. Good God, the Sixers, the Philadelphia 76ers, their basketball team, I can't remember the last time they won. It's been a really long time. Point is, Philadelphia hasn't won a championship in a really, really long time. And that's kind of like my thing. I throw it in. So if they win tomorrow, that argument goes out the window I have.
Yeah, but logically, wouldn't it make sense then to vote to kind of cheer for the Eagles then? Not only are they not only could they block the Patriots from tying with the Steelers, but they're another Pennsylvania team.
They're not Pennsylvania. They're Philadelphia.
That's Pennsylvania still.
We don't count it. The only good thing to ever come out of Philadelphia was voting results.
It still exists though. So you could say it all you want, but geography doesn't lie.
We don't claim them though. I don't claim
geography
them.
doesn't lie though. So
they're a bunch of.
So what state do they exist in?
They're their own. They're fucking Philadelphia. Anyway,
I'm just saying.
I probably am rooting for the Eagles, Adam. If you had to put a gun to my head.
Are you going to be a stick in the mud tomorrow when we go to the party?
I absolutely am.
Are you just going to be holding your beer and just be sitting in the corner just...
Spoiler alert, Adam. You're watching the Super Bowl with a whole bunch of pissed off, butthurt Steeler fans. Everybody's going to be sticks in the mud. We're going to get shitty drunk and throw things at the TV and say, fuck Tom Brady.
I mean, I don't have a problem, getting shitty drunk and, being negative, but also you throw a little positivity. Remember, you're watching a game you love. You're watching a game you love no matter who's playing, You still love the game.
I still love the game, but I love the game a little less than I used to. It's just, I hate the Eagles, but I hate the Patriots more. So, by default, I have to root for the Eagles.
That's my point. That's how it is, I think, all across the country, though. Like, if by default, you have to root for the team if your team did not get in the Super Bowl. So I think that's kind of how it is across the country.
Unless you live in Dallas or Washington, because they hate the Eagles like we hate the Patriots. So those places are probably rooting for the Patriots. But the rest of the country is probably rooting for the Phillies, or the Eagles, excuse me. I would say Dallas, Washington, and Boston are the only places that are rooting for New England.
There's a guy I work with. You know him. I'll edit out his name. This man roots for the Patriots. He lives in Western Pennsylvania, and he roots for the Patriots.
Yes, I know that. And he is a Pirates fan, and he's a Penguins fan, but somehow he's a Patriots fan. And I call bullshit on him. He and I have had arguments before, the person in question. He and I have argued because I don't think he's a true fan. I think he's a bandwagon fair-weather fan. Because the Patriots haven't always been good. They became good when Bill Belichick became coach and Tom Brady became quarterback. They've won their 5 Super Bowls in that span of time. From 2001 till 2017. That is their span of winning 5 championships. In a span of 16 years, they've won 5. I don't think he was a fan before that. No one was, unless you were from Boston. They win. They win a lot. So I think he is just jumping on the Patriot train. I think a lot of people do that. A lot of people. The Golden State Warriors in the NBA. They've won 2 out of the last 3 championships. They win so much. They're probably going to win again this year. I see people walking around with Golden State Warrior jerseys and t-shirts. I'm thinking to myself, I have never seen anybody in Western Pennsylvania wearing Golden State anything until Steph Curry comes there and they start winning games. Those are the kind of fans, they suck. We have a couple friends that we know, they've been on the show. They're Cleveland Brown fans. I hate the Cleveland Browns. They're pathetic. They suck. They didn't win 1 football game this year. They lost every game they played. And I know a couple Cleveland fans that have left their team. They've jumped off. They've gone and supported another team. I don't respect that. One fan in particular I can think of, he has stuck with the Browns through everything. As much as I don't like the Browns, I respect that. It's these people who jump from team to team. If my Pittsburgh Steelers started losing like the Browns and don't win a game, guess what? I'm still supporting them no matter what. You heard it here. I'm that kind of a fan, Adam. And you'll see tomorrow.
Calm down, Scott. Like, you're at my throat now, so
You'll see.
you're at my throat. Who's doing
Fuck Tom Brady.
Who's doing the halftime show for the
JT, baby.
Really?
Justin Timberlake. Yeah, we're gonna see some titties. Pretty pumped. Yeah,
Tickle bitties.
it is.
So this is going to be my first Super Bowl I've ever sat through. I'm not saying I've never watched any other Super Bowl games, but I don't make it through them. I just don't make it through them because Super Bowl suffers from what I've always hated about the NFL, and that's just the countless amounts of commercials and advertisements they show. And while Super Bowl tends to have the more entertaining of the commercials,
Oh, they do. I enjoy the commercials.
yes,
for the Super Bowl,
they every now and then they got some winners. I want to watch the game. I don't want to watch the commercials. So I think me sitting at home by myself trying to watch a Super Bowl and commercials constantly popping up, and then it's like, oh well, fuck, I gotta sit through this. I think it gets boring for me. So hopefully tomorrow, I imagine I'm gonna be quite entertained.
I hope so. But remember this, Adam. If you ever feel like you don't know what the fuck's going on, or you're losing, or somebody asks you a question, you have no idea, there is a response that you can hit people with constantly, and they'll shake their head like, all right, this guy knows his shit. Are you ready for it?
Oh, I'm ready. Tell me.
All you have to say, look me in the eye.
I'm looking.
Remember this. You want to write it down?
Laser focus. Just
you want to? Okay.
well, I'm recording it, so
right,
you know
okay.
it's here.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Say, fuck Tom Brady. It's all you have to do.
I don't think I'm gonna forget that.
Say fuck Tom Brady, and you're in. You're in the boys' club. Like that's all you have to do.
Who are you rooting for, Adam? Fuck Tom Brady.
Yeah, get this guy shot. No, for real. Fuck him though. Fuck him for real.
What'd you think of the Eagles play? Fuck Tom Brady.
Yeah, it's never a wrong answer. It will always be right.
Wasn't that advertisement really hilarious?
Fuck
Tom Brady.
Exactly.
Okay, I will remember that.
What do you think about Trump's tax cuts? Fuck Tom Brady. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Fuck Tom Brady.
That's like, I don't know. It's a winning statement, I suppose.
It's a winning statement.
It's a winning statement. All right, getting off of one topic of conversation that everybody's talking about to something some people are talking about. Recently, as of about month or so ago, Oregon has passed a new rule.
Is it Oregon or Oregon?
Oregon. I
Oregon?
mean, that's how it's spelled.
Oregon.
That's how it's spelled, Oregon. If it was Oregon, it would be
I
an
always
A.
say Oregon, but when I hear other people from Oregon say it, they go Oregon.
That's not how it's spelled, though. Like, that may be how it says, because it's Oregon is Oregon.
Like I have in front of me the Oregon Trail. Oregon Trail.
Yeah, because if it was Oregon, it would be an A instead of an O. Because think of like the word organ. Organ is Organ.
Okay, well, we were just talking about it earlier. What state is Baltimore in?
Maryland.
What's it called?
Maryland.
You know how it's spelled? Maryland. Maryland. But it's not pronounced Maryland.
Maryland.
There's no other A.
Maryland.
It's spelled Maryland.
I know.
But we say Maryland.
Maryland.
So I think Oregon or Oregon, whichever one, could be the same way. It is spelled Oregon, but I am going...
The logic doesn't make any sense, though. Maryland, Oregon. Different letters. Maryland has the same letters as... I'm using the comparison Oregon because Oregon sounds like Oregon.
Marland. That spells Maryland.
Yes,
That's
Maryland.
not how it's spelled in the state. The state is spelled Mary. Mary. Land. That's how it's spelled.
Well, are you talking about the Y?
Yeah.
You're talking about the Y. Well, the Y sounds like that sometimes, too.
In Middle Earth? To me, Elvish.
Hold on. I gotta look up some Y words. Hang on a second. Hold on a second. I'm telling you. Okay, that didn't help me because it gave me words that started with Y, so that doesn't help me.
Well, nobody cares about this, Adam. So let's just agree that it's both. So what's going on in the Beaver State?
In Oregon, Oregonians.
It is the Beaver State, right?
Is it the Beaver State?
I think it's the Beaver State.
See, I'm getting off the topic. You got me. Is Oregon the Beaver State?
Or Oregon?
Oregon.
The
Beaver State.
The
yes.
Beaver State. Okay.
It's the Beaver
So
State.
tell me, what's going on in the Beaver State?
Now, let's get back to the topic at hand. In Oregon, Oregonians, there's a law that was passed where now they have to pump their own gas. Yes.
At a gas station.
It's at a gas station. Beforehand, apparently, it was against the law for any regular citizen to pump their own gas. They always used to have a gas station attendant come over and pump their gas. This happened since, like, I guess the origin of gas stations, I'm assuming. Recently, they passed a law where, no, that's not really a thing anymore. I think it's optional for gas stations to have attendants, but I think for the most part, most gas stations are going self-serving pump.
When I was a kid growing up here in Pennsylvania, even when I first had my license, we had a handful, maybe half a dozen local gas stations that had an attendant. But most of them you pumped yourself.
Yeah.
Today, I can't think of one around here that you could go with an attendant.
Sunoco.
Which one?
Sackett, Sunoco.
Oh, Sackett's.
Yeah, it's Sunoco. That has attendance.
No one knows where that is who's listening, but
It's
there's
in
one.
The middle, it's in the middle of Hermitage. You can't drive through Hermitage and not pass it.
No one knows where Hermitage is. There's one. Let's say there's one near us. I didn't know that, but point is, we used to have both. Now they're few and far between. So Oregon used to, you had to have an attendant.
Yes, nobody was
Right.
allowed to get out of the car and pump themselves. And since this law passed, people are losing their shit.
So funny
People
story.
are going insane.
Funny story. My sister, I've talked about this on the show before. She was a Division I college gymnast at Nebraska, and she had a meet one time at Rutgers, which is in New Jersey. And we went to her meet, and we drove from here, western Pennsylvania, clear east, clear across to the dirty side of the state, if you will, and went right over the border into New Jersey, and stopped at a gas station. I got out to pump gas, and before I could get going, the attendant runs up and starts screaming at me, yelling at me. And it occurred to me, I knew this. There were 2 states out of the 50, Oregon and New Jersey, that you had to have a license to operate a fuel dispensing equipment. Yes. New Jersey and Oregon were the only 2 out of the 50 to operate a fuel dispensing equipment. You must be a license. You have to go through training and do all this. And the guy came over and he was freaking out. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. We're from Pennsylvania. Meanwhile, we're like right on the border of Pennsylvania. He's still good. I said, we're from the other side of Pennsylvania. I said, I'm sorry. I knew this, but I completely forgot. And then he was cool about it. He was like, it's okay. No problem. It happens a lot for out of town people. So point of the story is it's a thing. There's these 2 states. Well, now it's 1, apparently, just New Jersey, because Oregon has changed.
Yeah.
So what are people losing their minds about,
People
Adam?
are losing their shit because people don't know how to pump their own gas. People have never seen a movie. They've never watched a TV show. They've never just watched the people pump their own gas. People don't know how to do it. There was a viral Facebook post that went around. It's one of those, like, pictures where it's like, if you agree with this, give a thumbs up. Or if you don't agree with it, you say no, give a frowny face. And it went viral with just people just all over it. It was a mixed bunch. It was half people that are freaking out because they're like, I can't do this. I don't know how to do this, blah, blah, blah. This is ridiculous. And the other half, which is the rest of the country, like, is Oregon just filled with just a bunch of babies? Like, are they just children? Like, there's a few funny ones, too. Like, this one woman commented, no, disabled, seniors, people with young children in the car need help. Not to mention getting out of your car with transients around and not feeling safe, too. This is a very bad idea. Grrr. She growled.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was.
All right, yeah.
So she went with that, and then somebody countered. It was kind of an agreement, but it was a counter with a very funny joke story. One time, my dad came to Oregon and pumped his own gas. The street immediately lit on fire, and he caused massive recession countrywide because he took away 20 billion jobs by pumping his own gas. I was in the back seat when my brother was nabbed through the locked door by a transient creeper who raised him to be his human ottoman. My dad then tried wiping his windshield, but the stuff he used turned out to be sulfuric acid. The car exploded with me in it and I died. My dad lost 3 parenting points because he was 2 feet away fueling his car when he could have had somebody else do this very simple task for him.
All right, yeah, that's funny.
It's a counter argument.
I like that. So I want to know what your thoughts are, Adam.
I think they are a bunch of children complaining and whining and crying about it. I think because it's not like the law says that you're not allowed to have gas station attendants. You could still find a gas station that still does it. It just means that most places, are probably going to get rid of their attendants. It sucks because it's going to get rid of jobs. There's going to be some places that are going to get rid of their gas station attendants, and it sucks for that. To be honest with you, I don't know why they made the law. Do you know why they even made the law in the first place? Why they decided to go this route?
Because politicians like to make laws for anything. I mean, was there a serious problem that needed to be addressed with gas station attendants being a strain on the economy and they needed to go? I don't think so. I don't think there was any reason to pass this law. But what do I know?
Yeah. But the law itself, I don't really care as much about because obviously I don't live in Oregon, so what do I give a shit? The reaction to the people, though, that's what I think is hilarious. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, just a bunch of just babies that are like, I have to get out and pump my own gas. Oh, the humanity.
So,
memes are like out and about. There's a picture I saw where it said day 2 of Oregonians pumping their own gas, and the city was on fire. So memes are out and about with this shit.
So here's what I think about it. You go to the grocery store, Adam. When you go to Giant Eagle, Walmart, do you go through the self checkout?
Yup.
Every time?
Yup.
Every single time.
Yup.
Okay, you better.
I do.
You better go through it every single one. You know what? I call bullshit because you were just talking about a couple episodes ago how you used to go through lawn and garden. And they don't have the self-checkouts at the lawn.
If they had a self-checkout back there, I'd go through that too. If they had it back there, I'd go through that too.
I do not use the self-checkouts at stores for a couple reasons. First of all, I want that person ringing me out to keep their job. I want them to be employed. However minimum wage and terrible it be, I want them to keep their job. I don't use those stupid things. Plus, I fucking hate technology. I always have it always yells at me. I always do something wrong. You have to scan it and then you have to put it on the special place or it bitches at you. Half the time the thing starts blinking and somebody has to come over and help me anyway.
The special place you're talking about is the area where you put the shit you ringed out. There's no room to keep it on the scanner area, so you have to put it there anyway.
But there's no room on the special place
yes,
either.
There is.
It's
There's
so
plenty
fucking
of room.
tiny.
There's
It's
plenty
so
of
fucking
room.
tiny. No, man.
No, the idea of that is you ring it and then you put it in the bag. The bag is in the special place. You put it in the bag, you ring it, put it in the bag, ring it, put the bag.
But then you got to take the bag off.
And then it doesn't do anything after that. But
what if you have more stuff? You're not going to fit it all in one bag.
I've done it before. Okay, once it registers that it was in the area, it no longer matters, and you can take it out. I've done it before. I did it just the other day.
Well, it does not do that.
Does it?
I have a fucking problem with it, and I don't want gas station and grocery stores are next. This is what happened at gas stations. Grocery stores are next. They are not going to employ people. Every checkout is going to be self-checkout. Amazon started doing
people at the self-checkout. There are people there at the self-checkout.
Not anymore, man.
They are. I just saw a guy today. I just checked out today.
Adam, fucking listen for a second. Not yet. I said this is where it's going.
Oh, well, yeah, maybe
Amazon,
15 years.
Amazon already does it. Amazon does it today in 2018. If you go to and Amazon are only in college towns and big cities right now, but they're expanding.
Yeah.
There's going to be one possibly coming to Sharon soon, but that's neither here nor there. Amazon does not have people there. There's 0 people in the store. They have the things as you exit. You don't even have to do the scan. You walk out the door, and it catches your phone and your thing, and it charges you.
It's
incredible.
There are people at Amazon. They're just not people to ring you out. There are people there, though. They do have employees there. They're just not employees to ring you out.
Oh, they probably have stock and stuff.
Yes. So there are still jobs there. It's not like you're saying it's a completely robotic building. Like there are still jobs at these Amazon buildings. It's
How
just
many?
not. It's just not checkout. Because I've heard stories of other people that have gone to these places and they're like, yeah, I don't have to deal with anybody. There's nobody there, and they're like, oh, there's not a single person. Well, no, there's attendants there. You know, if you have a question or to stock stuff up, yeah, but there's just nobody at the checkouts.
Employ maybe 1 or 2 people during that time.
You
It's
think
fucking
one or-
Skynet, dude. It's fucking Skynet.
Do you think 1 or 2 people is really going to be enough to handle an entire Amazon building? No, it's going to be more than that. It's going to be like at least 10 or 15.
I went into an Amazon checkout one time. Have you ever been in one?
No, I have not.
I have. I went into one in San Jose, California. It was awesome. I loved it. I didn't buy anything, but I was with people that did. And they walked right the fuck out, and they had their phone. They held their phone up to the thing. They
You
said,
can't
don't
tell
even
me
have
that's not amazing. You can't tell me that's not great. That's
It-
amazing.
It's
That's
pretty cool.
It's the fucking future, man. We live in the future.
I think I saw 2 employees there. Maybe 1, and I just saw him twice. But the point is, it was a big place, and there wasn't that many employees there. So you're going to be taking people's jobs. Jobs are going, regardless, whether you like it or not. Pretty soon, we're going to have robots doing podcasts. We're not going to be able to do they're going to take everything
Based
from
on
us.
that logic,
Forget about
let's not worry about the coal industry.
coal industry's dead, Adam.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you know, let's keep fracking. Let's, you know, because these people need jobs. Let's keep fracking. Let's keep doing all this other bullshit.
There are more jobs in
not-
sustainable energy than coal and gas combined.
I'm just saying, it's innovation. You can't stop innovation. A. B, to return to your Walmart argument, they have not taken anybody's jobs. Before they had the self-checkouts, attest to this, how many times had there been 30 fucking registers and only 5 have been open?
And whose fault is that?
That's Walmart.
It's Walmart's fault. It's
But
capitalism.
what I'm saying is they didn't take anybody's jobs. Because they're still, if anything, they got rid of 5 registers on one end and 5 registers on the other. And in the middle, there's still 20 other registers that half of them aren't still being used.
Not for long. Those registers are all going to be automated. They're all going to be self-checkouts.
But they're not, because how many old people live in this town that
How
aren't
many
going to go
old people live in Oregon who've never pumped gas before in their life? These 70, 80-year-old people have not pumped gas once in their life. You're going to tell an 80-year-old man or 80-year-old woman who's disabled, you got to pump your own gas now. You've never done it before. Watch a YouTube video, learn how to do it, bitch. No, it doesn't
They're
work
going to go
that
to a
way.
gas station that still has those attendants, though.
It's capitalism, Adam. They're going to be gone. It's going to cost more money for them to have the attendants. So they're all going to go away.
Based on that
I
logic-
didn't know we had any around us. We apparently have 1, according to you.
Yeah, so why haven't they gotten rid of theirs? So there are still stations out there, few and far between, but there's still stations that do it.
So now an 87-year-old disabled woman who lives in bumfuck Oregon has to now drive to Seattle to get gas?
Sure.
Or Portland?
Sure.
the big towns? Where
My grandmother, who's in her 70s, can pump her own damn gas.
because she grew up doing it.
It's not hard, though.
It's not hard for us, people who grew
No, it's
up
not
doing
hard,
it.
period. It's not hard, period. You pull the thing out, you stick it in the hole. I'm sure in their 80s, they've stuck a lot of things in a lot of holes in their time. Stick it in the hole, squeeze. It automatically stops for you because it doesn't
Are you
overflow.
getting sexy on me? Are you getting sexy on me?
Dude, old people fucking, yes, I am. And the thing is, it automatically stops for you. It doesn't, there's no risk of it spewing out of the hole. All right?
I like where you're going with this. I feel dirty.
I'm just saying.
I need to take a shower now.
I'm just saying, like,
You have
literally.
a cigarette?
No, I don't, unfortunately. I'll have to go buy a pack for tomorrow, but no, like it's literally like it's almost dumb proof. Like it's almost dumb proof. Like literally it's like a 2-motion, it's a 3-motion. Pull it out, stick it in, pull it out, put it back. That's 4-motion, it's 4-motion. Literally it's the easiest thing in the world. Easiest thing in the world.
I don't know if it's the easiest thing in the
it's
world.
the easiest thing.
In the world. It's the easiest thing in the world.
It's the easiest thing that
That might
you
be
have
a little bit of an exaggeration. For us, yeah, it's pretty fucking easy. Because we've been doing it since we were 16 years old. Before that, I remember being a kid and having a license pumping gas for my mom. Just Because that's what you do.
I think a lot of these people that are crying and whining about the fact that they don't know how to pump their own gas are just butthurt because now they have to get out of their car to do it. They've seen movies, they've watched TV shows, they've freaking been in the car with a dude to pump their gas, so they have a general idea of how it's not. You don't need an engineering degree to do it. Like it's
Actually, you did in New Jersey and Oregon. Not necessarily an engineering degree, but you had to have a license. You had to go through a training before this. So yes, you did have to have a license.
Yeah, but okay, fine, whatever. I'm just saying you don't need an engineering degree to do it. Like you don't need special training to do it. There's another funny comment on one of those threads where this guy was talking about how I'm going to solve all your problems, Oregon. I'm going to move there and I'm going to open a school for gas pumping. I'm going to make so much money and you guys are going to get all the training you need, so don't worry.
Well, I mean, it's the internet, Adam. People are being facetious because
no
it's
shit.
the fucking internet.
No shit.
But, I mean, they'll survive. The sun's going to come up in Oregon after everybody has to pump their own gas. But I'm just saying there's definitely cons to the argument. I've been pumping gas my whole life. I have no issue with doing it. I could say, yeah, they're being crybabies. But I think about, like, the elderly that have never done it. And could they learn it? Yes. Will they learn it? They probably will, Adam. But it's not going to be second nature like you're saying. Like us. Like you be empathetic. Be empathetic.
I'll be empathetic.
Put yourself in somebody else's shoes and think about it from their point of view.
I'll be empathetic, but at the same time, why is all of a sudden this idea that we're forcing somebody to learn a new skill, a minor skill at that, all of a sudden but a skill nonetheless, we're forcing somebody to learn a new skill is all of a sudden in this country a bad thing? Why is learning so fucking bad? Why is trying to teach people to do something, teach people to do shit themselves so fucking bad, okay? It's not a hard skill, and if we have to teach you to do it, fine, you learn something new. Like, learning should never stop.
If you're 34, 33, 29, 16, 15, then yes, you need to fucking learn to do this, okay? There's no fucking excuse. I'm just feeling for the 87-year-old woman who uses a walker.
I don't care how old you are.
I'm sorry, You might not, but they do.
But like you're sitting there saying like you're trying to make this thing like, oh, this 87-year-old person who uses a walker has to get out of their car. I just told my grandmother's in her 70s, she has to use a walker and she's got no problem getting out of a car to do it. Okay? Not knowledge of the skill aside, there are plenty of people who have walkers and cane stuff who have no problem getting out of the car to do it.
My grandfather, who just passed away a couple weeks ago, up until he moved into the nursing home, he used a walker, and he drove his car. And when he needed gas, he went and pumped his own gas. He did it. But Adam, he grew up doing it. It was second nature to him. He was 90 years old, and he put his walker in the bed of his truck. And when he would get out, he would hold on to the side of the car, he would reach for his walker, he would just use it to balance, and he would get the pump. I watched him do it. I usually pumped gas for him when I was there. But there was times he enjoyed doing it. But can these 90-year-old people learn to do it? They absolutely can. But it's not going to be an easy thing for them. It's not, Adam.
Life's not easy, though.
It's not, but it's okay to argue this, especially on the
That's
fucking
why
internet.
we're doing this. Why we're arguing
But
this.
these people on the internet, they're getting ridiculed. They're allowed to fucking do this. They're allowed to get on here and say, hey, I think this is bullshit. I've lived in Oregon my whole life. I've never pumped gas once in my life. I wouldn't know what to do.
They are allowed to do this. But it's also the right of the other people, the 48 other states, to say, yeah, you're being big babies. You're being a bunch of babies. Donald Trump is allowed to post anything he wants on Twitter, and it's all right as American citizens to be like, he's being a fucking asshole. He's being a fucking asshole. So they can say whatever they want, but it's all right to say you're being a bunch of babies. Here's one other comment. This is the last comment I'm going to say. And I think this sums up the biggest reason. Not a good idea. There's lots of reasons to have an attendant helping. One is they need a job too. Many people are not capable of knowing how to pump gas and the hazards of not doing it correctly. Here's the point. Besides, I don't want to go to work smelling like gas when I get it on my hands or clothes. I agree. Very bad idea. I think that's a big point. People just don't want to do the fucking work because they don't want to smell like gas or anything like that.
Okay, my last argument. Last thing I'm going to say on the matter. Fuck Tom Brady.
Argument over. It's done. Can't move on from that. Can't move on from that argument.
Well, what do you say to that?
One thing, I'm just gonna get your comment on this. It's probably not a really good talk, something to bring up for the show because it is a audio podcast, so people aren't gonna be able to see. What the fuck is going on? People aren't gonna be able to see what I'm gonna show you, but I saw this when I was reading an article. I was reading one of those ranker articles you see on Facebook.
Wanker?
Ranker.
I feel like I should say wanker while I'm drinking this British beer. Oh, the wanker!
The wanker argument, yes.
Okay.
I was reading one of those, and apparently there's this big thing on the internet, because it's the internet and everything exists, and if you can think it exists, where people try to sexualize animals. And there's this one.
Sexing animals?
Sexualize.
Sex, like bestiality?
Like no, not having
like
sex with animals,
interspecies erotica?
but looking at an animal and say, it's a good looking animal right there. That's a handsome animal. That's a pretty good looking animal. There's this gorilla called Shabani, the gorilla.
Harambe?
Shabani.
Chobani? Isn't that like Greek yogurt?
No, it's Shabani.
Oh.
Chobani could be Greek yogurt, is it not? I don't know. I don't eat yogurt. I almost said drink yogurt. I don't eat yogurt because yogurt's disgusting.
Not even with little strawberries?
No. There is a gorilla called Shabani who has taken the internet by storm, apparently, because he is one of the most photogenic gorillas ever to exist. I'm going to show you a few pictures.
I hope you can post these to our social media sites.
I'm not going to post any of them to social media sites because I'm a busy man and I don't have time for that shit. But that's why I'm telling you, Shabani, the gorilla, look up his picture right now as I'm talking about it. Is that not a photogenic fucking gorilla right there? That is a photogenic gorilla. Look at him posing.
I mean, this gorilla. I'm gonna try to explain it to the listeners. And I'll post it on our social media. If you go to Facebook, search for Your Distraction, or Twitter, search for Your Distraction on there. This gorilla looks like he's posing for like a 1980s Olin Mills photograph, or like the Life Touch.
Yeah.
Remember Life? Like he's got the fist under his chin, looking off into the distance. I love it.
He's the most. That's a handsome gorilla right there. Look at this one. Look at him all posed up right there.
Yeah,
that is one handsome gorilla. He's
like the Magnum stare from Zoolander.
Yeah, it is. Exactly. Like, I don't know if he's trained, if they're training him to do this kind of shit, or if he's just doing it by natural.
Like that photo right there, I feel like he could be wearing Abercrombie and Fitch clothes.
Right? Yeah, he's
obviously not because he's a fucking gorilla, but
yeah, he's like sitting.
Imagine a gorilla wearing Hollister.
He's like sitting on this like edge of like this stone step or something like that with a wood piece that he's leaning on, but he's got his right foot up on the wall, just kind of hands clasped, looking to the side. One photogenic ass gorilla right there.
Shabani.
Shebang.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Shabani. What zoo is Shabani located?
It's in like Japan or something.
Oh. Hence the Asian sounding name.
There you go.
Yeah. Try not to be stereotypical and racist,
but in this case you should have been because it was the right answer.
All right. That was a good show, Adam. Good show. Why don't you let the people know how they can get a hold of us?
If you want to get a hold of For Your Distraction, you can email us foryourdistraction@gmail.com. You can hit us up on all our social media sites, Facebook and Twitter. Search For Your Distraction @podcast FYD. We are on SoundCloud and we are on iTunes. Search For Your Distraction. Rate us. Leave a comment. Like us. Share us with your friends. The only way we're going to grow is if you help us grow. We are also a member of the Be Real Podcasting Network. I found out by doing a little deduction.
We got some news?
Didn't ask anybody, but I did find out. I think that the Be Real website itself is dead. Like, it doesn't exist anymore. I think it's been shut down. But it doesn't mean the Be Real network is dead. The Be Real network is alive and strong. You just need to head over to, if you want to join the network, you can head over to Podbean. And that is going to be our official hub for the Be Real network. Search Movie Guys Podcast. You will find all our shows on there. Hair Like the Game, For Your Distraction, Movie Guys Podcast, all those great shows. We would also like to thank the Nut Brown Ale. Samuel Smith's Nut Brown Ale. Good beer from merry old England.
Oh, yes.
So it is pretty good beer. Enjoyed it.
Very good. All right. Well, thanks for doing it, Adam. We're back again. I hope you all have a safe and enjoyable Super Bowl Sunday.
Tell us who you rooted for. We're curious.
Shoot us an email. Get a hold of us. Let us know some of your Super Bowl stories. We're going to get shitty drunk and play with each other's testicles. And, football. We're going to play the football. And, it'll be good times.
It'll be good times. Yeah, we're going to be sticking some stuff in holes, all that good stuff.
It's not golf, Adam, but it could be.
Well, that's not the only hole.
Have your tits out, have your tits out, have your tits out for the lads. Fuck Tom Brady!